All right, folks, welcome back for another episode. I wanted to welcome back our guest, who is a return guest. He is a true craftsman of the turntables, representing hip hop with precision and purpose. He's a member of the legendary 1200 Hobos crew and built his sound digging deep in the crates, blending hip hop records, dusty samples, sharp scratches, and cinematic sound bites into something completely his own. His work is not just DJing, it's storytelling through turntablism, and he continues to push the art of the mix forward while paying respect to the DJs who paved the way in his latest installment, Split Shift. Straight out of Cincinnati, I wanted to welcome my brother John Doe back to the show. What's good, brother?
How you doing? Thank you again for having me.
Yeah, always, man. Always a
Yeah.
pleasure, man. I could talk music all day. So what's good, man? It's been a while since
Mhm.
we've spoken on camera. I know we speak on and off, on social media. But what's good? How
Right.
you been?
I've been good. Since we last spoke, there've been a few changes here and there, but
Hmm?
um, as you know, and people know, that's kind of what fueled this current project that I have out now, Split Shift.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. Hey, man, it's a record that is about just over 30 minutes long, and again, just your work is always mad precise and always impressive. And let's talk about that real quick. The initial idea or spark behind Split Shift. What fueled you to create this project, and how did the idea spark?
So I broke it down a little bit on my Bandcamp, but the I guess the true background of it is so I play pool probably maybe 3 or 4 times a month
Okay.
with a friend of mine named Daryl, and a lot of times we'll jokingly recreate the dialogue from the Dead President's pool scene between Cowboy and Anthony.
Okay.
So I always thought that'd be really funny if I led off with that, which anyone who's seen the movie, they recognize that as the intro.
Yeah.
And then I took that and I led right into the payback, right?
Uh-huh.
And then as things go, again, I had mentioned this before. I was let go from my position at
Yeah.
work, which was completely unexpected, and the project kind of took a turn after a revisit to Ice Cube's America's Most Wanted album,
Yeah.
and kind of after the payback and after working with the payback and deconstructing that and going into King T's Payback's Mother, I kind of just went right into a lot of the Bomb Squad production from America's Most Wanted, and a lot of people do recognize that, but
Yeah.
it's not so much. Some people said, "Oh, the Ice Cube tribute." Well, that's not really what it is. It's just kind of
Yeah.
it happened to come out like that. I mean, a lot of the Bomb Squad's production and Cube's lyricism and his just everything at the time was just kind of angry. That's kind of what fueled me to do it. I mean, with anyone who's been in the situation of
Yeah.
unexpectedly let go. I mean, there's always those feelings of bitterness, betrayal, and anger, and that's just how this came out. So, um, yeah,
No, I completely understand, and I have songs like that too, where things will irk me or I'm just mad about something, and it's yeah, it's the way that I will release my anger and then leave it as that, right? So I completely understand. I have songs like that that were made out of anger, sadness, or whatever the case may be. But nevertheless, the project is amazing. It's some great music to work out to or just get pumped up to. And
right,
and that's what I thought at first. So it's a good that you mentioned that. I thought that, before I had the background and read the description on the Bandcamp page, that it might have been like a Bomb Squad or just Ice Cube tribute of some sort. And then as we went into it, and, as well, as I watched the journey of creating the project, I understood more. And so you
right.
mentioned too. That it was very deliberate. Any John Doe project is not just a compilation of random scratches. Like, dude, you got that notebook, and how long did it
Correct.
take you to put together and just kind of cook up this whole project?
I started. in mid-October, and
Okay.
I finished it probably in I guess I released it in, was it March when I released it,
Yeah.
or February? I can't remember, but so roughly about 4 months.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
about 4 months.
And so I guess talk about what you had mentioned too on the description. So you were let go from the position,
Mhm.
but you eventually picked up another position, which was kind of
Correct.
a swing hour shift of some sort. So the split
Correct.
shift, which I know the reason is what? Why did you call it split shift? Because
Yeah, so I named it split shift because I was actually working on this project around my second shift position. So my second shift position started at 3 p.m. to 11:30.
okay,
So I would work on this in the morning, and then after I got off work, I would work on it for a couple hours. Usually, I would just review what I've done earlier in the day, kind of
yeah,
clean it up, and then just repeat the process. So,
yeah,
so yeah, the majority of it was done on the split during my, I guess, split shift
yeah.
from working. So I thought that was an appropriate title. Plus, it was kind of related to my my work at the time. So
Yeah, no, and I love the backstory is always great when it comes to like a project, and I tend to do that too as well. And I think probably everybody does. There's a reason why they call things, what they do, and
yeah.
so,
And I'm actually surprised at the number of people who, complimented me on the piece, but didn't even read the background to it. So it almost like stands alone. So I kind of told people like, "Oh, did you read the backstory?" "Oh, no, I didn't." I said, "Well, it will probably make more sense."
yeah.
Some of the things that were used.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not an easy feat, man. I'm always a big fan of like the mega mixes that people do. Some people that are really good at it are, of course, you are, but Rectangle, I think, is very good at doing
right.
that kind of mega mix formation of different songs. So it's certainly an art. It's certainly a science. You have to appreciate it for all the different things that you pull from. You must be, as you mentioned, a big Dead Presidents fan, and yeah, no, it was great. And so when you say that you put that piece together in 4 months, was that, an everyday task, or were you given like an hour every day, or was that just on the weekends?
Usually Monday through Friday I was working on it. Yeah, and it was like I said, it was in the morning until about maybe 2:30, and then late at night till about maybe 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
I would work on it. But again, the first part of it was, laying down cuts, laying down beats, laying down scratches, what have you, laying down ideas. And then the second part um, would be kind of reviewing that and making sure it worked, and making
yeah,
sure that, making sure it worked, and just making sure it flowed well, and making sure everything was clean. So a
yeah.
lot of, a lot of, redoing things, and just reviewing and things like that.
Yeah, what are you using to put and capture everything? Is it, I mean, it's probably more than a four track. What do you use? And
I just use a digital eight.
okay, and what's the maximum number of tracks that you're using at one time? Is there?
Oh, at one, well, I can use eight, but the maximum one time probably, I guess, depends on what
Yeah.
if you listen, you'll be able to tell things are coming in and out. So I
Yeah.
think maybe at one point there might be maybe six things going on at one time, whether it's a beat, scratch, a verbal, what have you. Maybe six at one time, and it's hard to keep track of those things.
No, I know it's just amazing because it's like a mix of everything, but it just sounds so perfect. And you mentioned that the Bomb Squad, so Keith Shockley, Wizard KG, a record producer, original member of Public Enemy, and so you said that there was some sort of nod that came during the course of this project. Can you talk about that and what that did for you in terms of completing the project?
Yeah, so when I first started, and I got out of the payback, um, I guess, rearrangement from the payback to, where did I go from there? From James Brown to payback, or no, from the opening scene to the payback to King T's Payback's Mother, and then I went back into Ice Cube's The End You Love to Hate. There's a section right before the first chorus where there's a break, and I just thought I guess the energy and the crescendo of him jumping out of his verse into that break was just it was just amazing. It's like it's just such a buildup. So I recreated that part and I posted that as progress on a post on Instagram. And I didn't tag anyone, and I didn't tag Q or PE or the bombs. I didn't no hashtags or anything. I think the only person I tagged was my buddy Rare Groove, who let me
Okay.
borrow a record I didn't have. And all of a sudden, I got a comment from Keith Shockley, gave it a thumbs up. And I thought, how did he even find this?
I
Because I
know.
didn't tag him or anything. Yeah, so that was kind of surprising, and it just made me think I really should finish this now. I can't just let this project just sit here and do nothing. I mean, if he thought enough of it to approve it and leave a comment, then I guess I really need to finish it, see it
Yeah.
through.
Oh man, yeah, it was a great, yeah, great story too, especially if somebody, that helped influence the creation of the product, kind of gives you the
Yeah,
nod. I thought it was a
because
cool
yeah,
story.
because especially with the bomb skull, when you start realizing what they use and how they've used the things, you just think, how would they even think to use this or use that, or so there was a lot of deconstruction that I used, and things I had to hunt down and things I had to figure out how to fit them in to make it how I wanted it to sound, and also make it recognizable and have people say, did he just redo that entire part?
Yeah.
Like the way I redid the product from Kill at Will. And I think that was actually, I don't know if that was purely Bomb Squad production. I think it might have been Bomb Squad and Sir Jinx, who
Okay.
also, was a big influence as well as his Sir Jinx's work.
Yeah, man, and you mentioned Rare Groove too, who he created like a little introduction to this piece, and that he mentioned, he was like, I can't believe I didn't come up with this concept first, being from
Right.
LA. Does he live in Ohio now, or where's
Yep.
he at?
He lives here in Cincinnati.
Okay, I got you. So he was very instrumental in terms of lending you some of the source records for this project. Can you talk
Yeah.
to me just about your relationship with him and how you use him as a sounding board?
Yeah. He when I first kind of explained the project to him. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. It's okay. So there a couple times he'd come over and he would listen to it. And I remember one of the comments he made upon first hearing what I had. He kind of said, "Man, you're really mad."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I thought that was funny that he saw it. I mean, he knew where I was going with it. He knew what I had gone through and why it was sounding the way it did. It wasn't just like random beats and random scratches. There was just everything was there with a purpose, and he got it. So there were things I had asked him about. The meters record I didn't have, so he let me borrow that. But a
Yeah.
lot of things he'd say, "Oh, make sure you use this," or he'd say, "Oh, I knew you were going to use that blah 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 record." But yeah, he was pretty much my sounding board with a lot of this because he was excited about hearing how it went through and how it got completed.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it was great. It's always good to have somebody who you can test the music out before it actually gets out, and especially somebody that is helpful in that sense, who has access to all those different sounds. Can you
Right.
walk me through just the process of the gathering of samples? Did you actually go out and do some crate digging, or was this in your inventory already, or did you pull a lot of stuff online?
No, I had a lot of it I had already, and I think even if I don't have it, there's kind of workarounds to it.
Hmm.
Um, I'm trying to think of an example. So someone had made a comment about the project saying, "Oh, someone mentioned a lot of the Ice Cube samples, but there's so much more," and that's what it is. I mean, I didn't use
Yeah.
strictly Bomb Squad and Cube material. I
Right, right.
used third base, Ice T, a lot of
Ice tea. Yeah, there you go, man.
right,
Yeah.
and that part that I used from OG Original Gangsta, the part I used from that was already sitting on a tape somewhere that of something unreleased
Yeah.
where I cut my style. It was original. Maybe that's just where I'm from. I mean, that was on a tape somewhere that I hadn't even put out. So I said, I'm just gonna use it here because it fits.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, I found I used Cypress Hill on there as well. I mean, just a lot of those things just fit. So
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
think
material.
so. Yeah, it adds to the theme. The iced tea too, I thought was appropriate too as well.
Mhm.
When you're pulling movie samples, do you have the actual VHS, or are you just going to YouTube and looking for that specific movie scene? How are
Yeah,
you
I've done,
pulling that stuff?
yeah, I've done it from YouTube before. Yeah,
Okay.
if I can't, sometimes I have it already, and
Yep.
I just have I have it on mini disc somewhere, and I'm gonna drop it in somewhere. But I have used a clip from YouTube if I couldn't find what I needed.
Yeah, I'm having a random there's a squirrel moment. So I'm looking at your hat, and I know you're a big baseball hat enthusiast, but I see the Filipino flag on it. What team is that, man? Is that
Oh, this is the Philippine World Baseball Classic team
it
from
is?
2000.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Oh, that's
yeah, I
cool.
don't think it,
From what
yeah, I
year?
don't think they feel 2013.
Okay. Oh, that's cool, man. I was like, what team is that? Because I know like you like minor league baseball and
Right.
obscure baseball teams, and then I saw you turn. I was like, what is that? Yeah,
Yep.
I didn't know.
It's-
So, oh, that's super
yeah.
cool, man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You had to get that one online then, I guess, huh?
Yeah, they didn't field the team this year. So, like I said, this is from 2013. They
Yeah.
didn't field a team this year, as far as I know. So, I don't know. I'm not sure if, when they last fielded a team, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean they're usually good. They're minor league or the team that comes and plays in those whatever
yeah,
yeah.
the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, they're usually quite good. So anyway, sorry, random question,
That's
but
right.
yeah. Hey, awesome, man. And so, I guess, okay, hey, so I know it's thematic in the sense, and I know that it was driven by a significant life event, but where do you hold it against your other projects that you've done? I mean, how do you compare this to some of your previous work, or is it just, its own chapter and each project is just a standalone project? How do you do it when you rank it against your other projects?
Well, I think that sometimes I think my latest thing is the best thing, but I still, I every once in a while I'll still revisit my previous material, like the Fun and Good Times, the elbow, give me some elbow room. I still revisit those, Eva and Louisville. I'm like, yeah, those were good too, and they they all have a purpose, and they were all crafted from like one idea, and that idea just kind of spiraled.
Yeah.
Um, like this came from one thing that happened to me, and it just kind of spiraled out of control until it became this kind of one cohesive thing. And the same with my previous projects. It's all very it's not really random. It might seem like it, or maybe it doesn't seem like it, but it's all it's all kind of purposeful. There's a reason behind everything that's laid down. Every scratch, every beat, every sound bite. There's a reason behind it.
Oh, I believe it. And when it comes to dealing with issues as such, I'm split, right? Sometimes I'm like, yeah, time heals. Hey, it's all good. Just, as time goes, I'm good. And then sometimes I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna hold a grudge, right? So, was this project therapeutic for you? How you feel after it's done? Is it like, okay, I'm good. Next chapter, let's move on, or,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, I think that's it. Like it was just that was my way to because I something like this happens to you. You don't want to keep retelling the story to people, but this is the
yeah,
way I
exactly.
told it. So it was just people have different fuel for different I guess different fuel for different fires. Whatever it is
Yeah,
that they do, and I just think this. I mean, I think I worked through this pretty quickly, to be honest.
yeah.
You know, but not everything in there was aggressive and aggressive and mean spirited. Some of it was just kind of like your regular DJ braggadocious thing that you would
Yeah.
see pop
Oh,
up
yeah.
in any of my work. But yeah, it's I guess you could say it's just kind of that was my way of just dealing with it. And,
No,
let
that's
everything.
great, man. Therapeutic. Music is absolutely therapeutic, and yeah, I deal with it in a similar way as mentioned earlier. Did you have any creative challenges or blocks while making it? Were there any like periods of time in that 4 months where you're like, I don't know, man, I'm done with it now, and I don't want to finish this, or were you just like, okay, I'm gonna get this done? Yeah.
I think there was a oh god, where was I? There was a part I was working on. It was probably right before I used the drums from uh, third base is a word to the third. Is that a word to the third? Um, yeah, well, yeah. But before then, I didn't know where to go, and it just kind of um, I don't know how it dawned on me to use that. But I kind of remember that being a point where I wasn't sure where to go, and I ended up, using it. I think I didn't have any drums to use or something like that, and I said, "Hey, there's open drums here. I can use it. I just use that." Like I didn't want to just kind of grab random drums, but it's funny because as you go from song to song, I guess if you kind of think about it, you'll see why I chose this song or why I chose that song or why did I lead off into that. Maybe it might be um, drums, a sample, what was said. Who knows? I mean, I have to go back and listen to it to actually see what I did. But yeah, I kind of remember at that point there was a point where I was like, oh, where do I go from here? And eventually I figured it out,
Yeah. And
and
so
that happens a lot.
yeah, and so it's not like a song where I like, hey, I'm restricted to 2 to 3 minutes of instrumental, based on whatever I want to do or write to a topic. At this for this project, when did you know you were done with it? How'd you figure out that okay, a closed chapter closed, I'm happy now, this is it. So when did that aha moment come?
I think maybe I think time wise, I think I was kind of wrapping it all up. I think when I got to taking apart the bomb of America's Most Wanted, I think this is closing it off right here. I think this is kind of how I'm going to end it because there were probably about four songs that the Bomb Squad and Sir Jinx did. That those are the ones that I really wanted to kind of deconstruct.
Okay.
And when I got to the bomb, I think, oh, yeah, this is the last one I want to do. Bring in the assembly line drums, redo the redo some of the scratches, the still dropping more shit than a pigeon. I've always wanted to cut that up over that break, and I never got a chance to, so I finally did it. Someone actually hit me up and said, "I always wondered when someone was going to scratch that,"
That's awesome.
and there it is. But yeah, when I finished that, I thought I was kind of wrapping it up.
Okay.
And what's even
Yeah.
funnier about using the bomb was the intro to that song is a Crusaders break where there's like a kind of like a spoken like a news report intro over that, and I took that and I used a clip from Better Call Saul, if you can recognize that, on
Oh,
there where it talks about like yeah they're gonna try to cut you down and they're gonna hate you, blah blah blah. So I ended up using that over that,
no,
and
it's,
that was that. Yeah,
no, yeah,
and
it's
then
great.
And there's also, I guess, someone pointed out, oh, I love the hidden track at the end. That was something that I had actually worked on, and I kind of didn't know where to put it, so I just kind of tacked it on the end as I guess now you can say, oh, it's a hidden track, and I
Oh,
just kind of, threw it on at the end. Lets you know that hey, mad as hell, or mad as fuck, thinking about the payback, right?
yeah.
So,
No, and that's great too. So it also reminds me that, one was like this was kind of like an open letter from John Doe, to the world and to, just find closure with that series of life events. But also, when you take it back to the roots, as an MC, as a DJ, we appreciate the crowd feedback or the listeners' feedback, and I could tell like
mhm,
just throughout that, it was great. Just I'm sure on your end to receive feedback on the work that you do, and so
yeah,
yeah, so it's good, man, to hear that stuff and stuff maybe you didn't catch when you put it together, but it's
yeah.
always good to have that connect with the fan base, and so it sounds like you got a lot of feedback off of this project.
Yeah, I truly, I truly did. When I released it, people say, "Hey, I'm loving it." And that's good. I'm glad you dig it. That's I always say, "Glad you dig it." I mean, I can't force it on people,
Right.
and yeah, that's the thing. You just put it out there, and the people who dig it will dig it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Are there any plans to put that on wax or cassette?
I had I hadn't thought about it. I've kind of toyed with the idea of doing a maybe all my digital releases on a cassette, but I'm not sure if that's maybe down the line.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
down
talk
the
to me
line.
about the art for the project. How'd you go about selecting the picture for it?
Oh, that's actually funny. I was doing some cleaning up here in the studio, and I found the timesheet.
Oh,
so, so
yeah.
I actually borrowed some stuff from my current position. I just grabbed some supplies,
Yeah.
and got a timesheet, filled it out, and just because that is what I do. I work in the environmental field in the laboratory, so
Right.
I mean, I think people have noticed that like you'll see something like a syringe or a beaker in some of my artwork. So yeah, and that was actually my real times on my shift that was on the cover. And
Absolutely.
those are the tools I use. There's a beaker and there's like another test tube full of something, and the syringe that I used to clean out some of the samples. So yeah, it was all real stuff. It's all real.
Yeah. Oh man, I told you previously, man, you got that 12-pound brain, man. So no, that's amazing, dude. Just the story behind it, and again, hey, that's what fuels the music that we do, this stuff. So I appreciate you just giving me a deep look into it, and yeah, it's definitely something to listen to. Again, as mentioned, man, that's something I could work out to, and just
That's great.
yeah, jam out to, and so even much more cooler or meaningful now that I know the story behind it. But really cool. Thanks for taking time to talk to me about that.
Yeah, problem.
Yeah. Well, I guess before we sign off, man, I'm just curious on some other things too. As just somebody who has had his ear into hip hop or just rap culture for such a long time. I mean, how are you enjoying the stuff that's out today? Are you still even seeking new music out, or are you still kind of just stuck into the music that you like? What is your relationship with rap music at this time?
Um, I mean, I honestly don't follow a whole lot of new things. I mean, I'm usually more into digging. So, when I go out and I'm looking for, things that I've probably missed. But yeah, I honestly don't kind of keep up with a lot of new music
Yeah.
because
No.
I don't know when I would use it, to be honest. And it's been a while since I followed just in general new music.
And does your
But I
is
guess
your wife a fan of rap music too? Do you guys enjoy that together, or is that
she
two
she is
separate
not.
lives?
Yeah, she is not. She is no, she is not. She's not a hip hop head.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So,
So
yeah,
yeah.
I was just
So
curious.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny because yeah, some of my friends have actually asked me, "Oh, so when you explain it to her, does she get it?" I said, "Well,
Yeah.
no, she's
No,
not. She's
same
just not a
thing.
fan."
Oh, no, no,
Yeah,
my wife isn't I mean she likes it, but she is not as deep into it as me. So yeah, no, it's
mhm,
kind of my thing. So no,
yeah,
just curious too. And
yeah.
it's
And that's fine. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely, man.
yeah,
Yeah, personal hobby and just my
right.
passion. But what about so you guys are world travelers and love to get out there, and so what's next for you in terms of where you looking to go in the next few years in terms of travel?
I mean, Japan is probably still on the agenda. I don't know when, but uh, there's Japan. I'm not sure. I mean, she was. Is it the? Let's see. I think somewhere in the not in the Caribbean, somewhere in the Pacific. She was looking at earlier, but yeah, I mean, yeah, we're always looking for somewhere, somewhere interesting to go.
Yeah, yeah, you guys are pretty good at traveling off the beaten path. And I always offer Jakarta, Indonesia to you guys as well. If
Right.
if you guys go to
Bless you.
Japan. Thank you. Yeah, that's a hip scop short skip away, man. So yeah, no, it's good. Well, good with that, man. Hey, thanks again, man. It's always fun, man. I love talking to people about their projects and the behind the scenes look. And again, man, just true legend of the game when it comes to turntablism and your contributions will never be forgotten. And I'm so glad that you are continuing to make music and throw down. With that, any final words before we close off this session? Everybody check out Split Shift. What an amazing project.
Yeah, thank you. It's yeah, no last words. But yeah, it's yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate the appreciation is what I could say. But yeah, I'm glad people dig it. I'm glad you dug it, and yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate it.
they better watch out, man. And we got John Doe getting ready to scratch on my track. I can't wait to get that out,
Yep.
man. So okay, brother. Hey, I'll
Yep.
keep in touch. And yeah, thank you as well. And yeah, I look forward to getting this posted.
Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you.